Hello again. My name is Joseph Arnold,
And I'm Aaron Bigeleisen.
and today we're going to talk about why musicians' injuries are so common. Uh, Repetitive strain injuries, overuse injuries, like carpal tunnels, tendonitis, back pain. These are really, really common among musicians. I did some research a while ago and found some studies that showed, between half and 90% of both college age and professional musicians have injuries. Like, what's going on here?
So one important reason that so many musicians get uh, repetitive strain injuries or things that are like that is the idea of um, what we're working with today is the idea of sovereignty. Sovereignty. That's what we're working with. Let me just jump right to the point here.
Yeah.
So the idea is that when we're growing up, right, we have teachers, we have parents, we have the audience, and we learn that these are the people from whom we derive how to do things right, how to do
Mm-hmm.
things well.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, and we take those on, right? So we take these expectations of our teacher, of our parents, of the audience, either perceived or real, um, and we take that as our own. And at some point, that's really useful because your
Mm-hmm.
teacher knows stuff that you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Um, your teacher knows how to get you to have a sound that's more technically proficient, that's more in tune,
Right.
that's maybe more musical, right? But eventually, if you keep with that mode of being, um, what you end up doing is you start to use that as the locus of what's good, right, as opposed to what actually feels good in your body. Um,
Right. So musicians' injuries develop because you get too tight in your muscles and you don't really realize it. And there's some reasons for that. Part of it is just how habits work and how habits are kind of unconscious. But why do we ignore what's happening in our body? Because that's where injuries begin.
mm,
It's only when you ignore what's happening in your own body, like how you actually feel moment by moment when you do something like playing music, that injuries can begin to develop. 'Cause if you are feeling really tight, but you're not really paying attention to that, then that tightness is going to persist. It's going to begin to feel normal.
mm,
It's going to feel very familiar. And then you're going to think there's nothing of it because it's just so familiar.
mm.
But that tightness still being there persists, and that's eventually what causes the injuries, especially with the repetitive strain, doing lots of practicing. So, what would cause a person to lose their sense of their body while they're doing something? It's taking on these external demands. And again, it makes a lot of sense for us to do that as we're growing up. Like, what do we know about how to play an instrument or do other things when we're young? But at a certain point, that internalization of external demands or perceived demands begins to really take its toll because you might have an incentive if you're in a really demanding social environment, if you're doing really demanding physical things like playing music, and if there's a lot of stress, then you might have an incentive to ignore what's happening in your body. Okay, I'm just gonna do this thing, learn this repertoire by the end of the week. Like I got tight just thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
You can notice your
Mm-hmm.
body right now. I have to learn this repertoire by the end of the week. you know, so if that's the case, and maybe you do, and if that's the case, then you might have an incentive to ignore what's happening here
Mm.
as a short-term solution. But what we're all about is how to incorporate, like literally the word incorporate, become more embodied to help you learn that music by the end of the week without forgetting your body.
Right. So that's the combo. Is that it might feel really scary, right? And what we're not saying to do is throw away everything that your teacher ever taught you,
Right.
right? That's your teacher has given you the gift of really fine musicality, and I'm sure many other things, right? These are all things that are noble goals that we want. We just want to teach people how to do them in a way that actually feels really good
Right.
in their body. So this is what sovereignty is about. it's deciding moment by moment. Okay, well, do I want to work on pizzicatos right now? Does it feel really good to do that? Not just because my teacher told me so, but because that makes me feel alive to do that. And so
That's
it's,
a radical thought.
yeah, it's a radical
Let's just pause there. Yeah. So what if you felt more alive when you were playing? You know, that just sounds so far outside of the norm, right? It's like usually like practicing, well, I mean it can feel enlivening, but if there's a real deadline, then it might feel really stressful.
Yeah, yeah. Got to get this done. Got to
That's
get it
right.
done by the end of the week.
Right, right.
Just notice how you feel in your body again, as you bring that up. So what if this is what we're offering? So what if there was a way for you to feel sovereign within yourself? What if there was a way for you to feel as if you could be totally at ease with yourself, and also learn that repertoire by the end of the week?
Yeah. Yeah. So sovereignty, personal sovereignty, it's kind of a funny phrase. What it means is that you get to decide how you go about doing things. There are plenty of things in life that we do, and they might not be the most fun or the most rewarding. And you can think about this in a couple of ways. One is that you get to choose how you go about doing these things, what schedule, what kind of attitude for your practicing, where you can choose, make the choices that work best for you. And also know that you're making a choice. Like, instead of saying, I have to go clean the bathroom, you say, I choose to go clean the bathroom because I value not having a stinky bathroom. Right? So you can do reframes like that. But the overall thing is taking on responsibility in a way, making your goals internal to yourself, and thereby it relieves a lot of the sense of pressure. It relieves a lot of the sense of social demands or technical demands or physical demands, because you're choosing how you are, what you're doing, and how you are in yourself moment by moment.
Yeah. So the question is, well, how do you get to this space? I mean, that all sounds really nice, right? To be able to choose moment by moment, how do I want to do this? Well, if only there was a free mini course that two really handsome guys put together to address this. So
Yeah.
maybe five. How do you feel like it would be
Oh,
five?
that would be so great. 5, simple
Simple
and
and
surprisingly
surprisingly
effective techniques for relieving pain and releasing excess tension, even when practicing the most challenging music. Whoa, that sounds great.
I really like this title. Do you think that's out there somewhere, Joseph?
Why, yes, it's in the description below.
Oh my gosh!
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, so check out this course. You'll get 5 very effective, very simple things, techniques, embodiment tools that you can use today in your own practice sessions that will help you feel better, they'll help you function better, they'll help you play longer and feel more free as you play. And that's the beginning of this process of personal sovereignty, of relieving injuries that are normally very difficult to treat.
Yeah.
But there is a way, I had chronic injuries for a long, long time, and using the techniques like what's in this mini course,
Which is free, by the way.
we're based on the Alexander technique. I found relief.
Me too.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all for today, and we hope you found this useful. And if you did, please reach out. Please do check out that free mini course. Again, the link is in the description here. And I don't know, is there anything else?
Well, if you want to listen to more of us talking, you can find the Soul Force Music School YouTube channel, and you can also find it on many podcast platforms as well.
That's right. Yeah, and please do reach out if you have any comments or questions. We'd love to hear from you. All right. Very good.
Yeah, nice.
All right, see ya.
Thanks, everybody.